Hello, I'm happy to be able to present to you today a social media plan that I believe will help American Deluxe Band gain exposure and increase sales. Social media, unlike traditional media, is driven by experiences. As brands interact online, they create a feedback cycle that is important to the online health of the brand. In this presentation, we will start with the market analysis, and then we will consider how to use social channels to interact with our target audience to achieve our objectives. It's important to have a mitigation strategy because sensitive issues inevitably arise. And lastly, we will share social media policy processes. Social media has much to offer any brand, but what I'd like to achieve for American Deluxe Band is a way to create awareness, to drive traffic, and generate leads. We will measure the success of each objective by looking at social media metrics. To measure how much awareness has been created, we will use a spreadsheet to log the amount of likes and shares. We will keep track of the comments to see if there are trends that we can capitalize on. To measure traffic, we will keep track of the clicks from social media to the website and which pages are viewed after coming from social sites. Leads will be measured by the amount of email addresses collected from social media and how many request forms are completed on the website as a result of social media activity. There are two primary audience sectors that we should target for our services. First, there is the event planner, and then there is the wedding planner. And secondly, there are brides who are planning their wedding. The success of a social media campaign is based on the implementation of social media best practices. The best way to be effective using social media to boost a brand is to be social. Avoid being too salesy. Develop relationships by following back and interacting with fans and connecting with influencers. Monitor posts and respond positively. Never argue with people, but try to keep it light, bright, and polite. And when addressing sensitive issues, always stay calm. So the purpose of a social media campaign for American Deluxe Band will be to create awareness and drive traffic and generate leads by consistently reaching out to our target audience with relevant content and then monitoring that feedback as we go. After considering our business objectives, the social media channels, we will start with our Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and review sites like Yelp and Facebook reviews. We will also complete profiles on the Knot and Wedding Wire. That is where our competition is hanging out, and that is where our target audience is also hanging out. The content that will be posted will consist of photos and videos from gigs, links from review sites, event planning tips, and other informational content that our target audience will be interested in. We'll have a quarterly contest, which we will use to get email addresses. The contest will be run through Facebook and Twitter, and it will also link to the company website. Review and wedding sites is where we'll find our target audience and our competition, like I said, hanging out. These sites are so important because they have links to the company website, they have price comparisons, quotes, reviews, and other valuable information that our audience is looking for. So when we're interacting on social media as a company, it will be wise to institute a social media policy. Policies help guide our employees and anyone who is interacting with our clients. It helps them to be responsible as they represent our company. So some of the guidelines for our social media policy will fall under these guidelines. We will be authentic. We'll use good judgment, no religious content, no controversial content that may offend someone. We won't publish confidential or proprietary information. We'll respect copyrights. Don't publish company news from personal profiles. Stay positive in the attitude and always check sources. These are all very important guidelines and will be elaborated on in the social media policy. And as sensitive issues may arise when interacting online, it's good to have a good mitigation strategy. When employees cross the line and post damaging content, which we hope will never happen, or when clients are not so happy with their services and they choose maybe to voice their opinions online for whatever reason, as much as we may try to avoid these instances, they still may occur. So if we have a plan in place to address these sensitive issues ahead of time, we'll save a lot of time and resources and possibly a lot of future clients. So in conclusion, a social media plan for American Deluxe Band is essential for the growth of the band as an entertainment company and as an event band. A successful plan would be a clear advantage in fostering a feedback cycle and establishing an overall online competitive presence. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation, and I'm so glad that American Deluxe Band is considering a social media strategy because it is something that is very important in this competitive client in the entertainment industry.